The candidates for LA mayor have been crisscrossing the city all day to remind voters Election Day is just 4 days away. That's because a new poll says the race is a toss-up. Tonight, CBS 2's Jeff Nguyen is live in downtown LA with the candidates' efforts to get out the vote. Jeff?
Susie and Jeff, as we head into the final weekend before Election Day, the candidates have very tight schedules, and they both know that this voter turnout is critical because this race is too close to call.
Now that we're tied, every vote counts.
The poll that really matters is the poll on Tuesday.
There is cautious optimism on both sides following the latest poll from UC Berkeley's Institute of Governmental Studies and the LA Times. In the race for LA mayor, it's a toss-up between Congresswoman Karen Bass and billionaire developer Rick Caruso.
There's a ton of momentum behind the campaign, and we are tied. And that's what we're seeing in ours, and every vote counts.
Considering that Mr. Caruso has spent almost $100 million in his campaign, I am happy with where we are.
Caruso has managed to close a 15-point gap in the last month, partly by appealing to Latino voters.
The Latino vote is 50% of the city, and it's an important part of our city. It's an important part of our city's future. It's an important part of our city's past. And they also don't feel heard. They feel underrepresented.
32 years ago, I started an organization in South Central Los Angeles that was built as an African American and Latino organization.
One of Bass's main talking points has been the protection of abortion rights.
The message of today is, and the message of yesterday and the day before, is that I am the only Democrat running in this race. Pro-choice Democrat.
Caruso says his family has supported Proposition 1, next Tuesday's ballot measure to create protection for reproductive freedom in California's Constitution.
We've contributed, I think, to date about $1.3 million supporting the effort to get Prop 1 passed. It's something very important to us. We're all pro-choice in our family.
In the last couple of weeks, Bass has spoken critically of Caruso, calling him a liar for registering as a Democrat right before the launch of his campaign.
Mr. Caruso, in his $100 million spend, probably $40 million has been spent attacking me.
My commercials are in her words. The Scientology commercial is in her words. We don't say anything on it.
Both campaigns had more than a handful of stops today. The candidates plan to meet with voters all weekend long in their final push to get out the vote. We are live in downtown Los Angeles. Jeff Nguyen, CBS 2 News.
Jeff, thank you. Ultimate Health Services is reaching out to thousands of Latino voters in Southern California. A dozen clinics across LA and Orange County are hosting early voting sites as part of its My Vote, My Health campaign. We're told those hubs will have bilingual voter education materials and outreach activities available to help make the process easier. Also be a ballot drop box on every site.
And please join us on election night for Southern California's most in-depth and up-to-the-minute coverage. Our coverage begins on KCAL 9 at 7 p.m. We're going to have the top national, state, and local races and analysis of what it all means this Tuesday on KCAL 9.